Good morning. Too lazy to shave. I was so excited to get up out and get out here. I said, I don't need to shave. Who's going to see me? And then I thought, oh, I'm going to record something. But I thought, I'm working in the woods, so I don't care. So good morning. I hope everybody's good. So this is, I believe, the second video I'm making of the waterfall. The first was just more in my head, so I apologize for that. But you know, it takes time to, you know, I don't have a blueprint for this. I don't think you can have. Could you have a blueprint for this? I guess you could if you watch somebody and do exactly as they do. But if you know anything about me, that's not me. So, so I decided where to put it in the garden, where to actually place it in relation to the property line, what is it going to look like, and started. So let me try to show you what I've done so far. I'm going to recap to this point. I'm not sure, you know, I sort of tickled a little bit on different things before, but I'm going to show you exactly where I am, and then we'll go from here. Okay, the first one was not so clever. So where am I so far? Well, yesterday, as you can see, I went and bought a tarp. It's quite a heavy duty one too. It's got wire in the side here. It's like a wire running all the way around. So I tied it up amongst the trees. So you can see the tarp there, and I'm working underneath it. And the sun is moving around, so it'll move from right to left through the day. So I can work in there and not worry about my head getting burnt. I don't have to wear a hat because I don't have to get hot. But now I've got shade. That cost me 1,000 baht. Not bad, huh? Anyway, these concrete posts here were left here. So I didn't buy any of this stuff. I just used what I had first. And so the concrete, the one on the left there is actually, if you look down in here, you look down there, you can see like a trench. Well, that's the property line. So I come up onto the flat, and so the post on the left is next to the property line. So I've made it diagonally, so I can, the sun will be, you know, more or less behind the waterfall all the time, and then I'll make some shade somehow later. So yesterday I went shopping and got these little cutters. They're like 15 baht each. And they go on the grinder and they cut metal. Very scary. Not used much before, but they work nice. I also got a lot of this stuff here. Some different brackets to hold the pieces of metal together. So, and I got a lot of screws. These are let me show you. These are little screws that on the end, you can see that they actually got like the front of a drill bit to break the metal. So you put them in a drill bit and screw them in a drill and screw them in, and they introduce themselves. So you don't have to do they tap themselves in, is basically what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to do some work, and I'll come back as I take a break and keep you up to date. So this is, other than putting all these poles in and carrying them, is cutting myself, as you can see down here, bear hugging these 8-foot concrete poles. But I didn't pay for any of them, so I'm using them. So far, other than this thing here cost me 1,000, everything else I bought cost me about 1,000 something. Whoop. And but I'm going to use this again for sure. I have a plan. But in the little brackets I bought, it's nothing. So I'm really excited. Keep it priced down, but make it look nice. So I'll come back as I have some breaks. So this one and this one are now level. And the reason I want them to be level with each other is because that's where the main waterfall is going to come over. And I don't want to see the water on top. I want to see, I'm a little tall, so I want to see, you know, the water pouring over the edge, not where it comes from. So I'm going to put a 4x4 on top. Okay, all cut, 61 inches across from the outside edge. So if you want to know how much the inside edge is, minus 8 inches. So how did I get these little brackets? I went to buy them yesterday and they didn't have any in. They only had these things that were a foot long. So I just cut them in half twice and got them to be 4 inches long. Actually, sorry, 3 inches long. So I got this back bar on. This is also what was left from building. 2 pieces. So I just lifted it up and clamped it in the middle there, roughly level, so it holds it up. And then I put the lock wire through there and down there, so I can release that clamp now and then pull it up tight on this one. These clamps are like the best things you can have for working by yourself. They hold everything. So I'm making a bracket to go between, and you can hold it, you know, cut things really easy. So that bar is flush with the top, the one on the right, because that's where the water's going to go over, the gray one. And it comes over here to a right angle, and then different type, but same type of solid screw secured into the piece on the back. I don't know what time it is, but I'm starting to wear low on fuel. So I think I might make the same bracket on the other side and call it a day. But I've got some done, I'm happy. How many bars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 more. I'll make 8. But I told you it's going to be time consuming. How am I going to do this? You have to think each step along the way, how's it going to go on? But I'm very pleased with what is coming out so far. You know, I do a little bit, is that right? Do a little bit, is that right? Because there's no plans. You know, you just got to think, how will it work? So I made a few adjustments again, and this is what it looks like back here. So I just amended the brackets, drilled some holes and put the rebar straight through it into the beam. Put the wire, tied it all up, lock wired it all up, should I say. And you can see the metal coming in from the left and right, and the one at the back is straight. So the main beam going across the doorway there is going to be where the water flows over. So if I put some cement on top, which would be a part of the stonework, then I'll have a trough behind of about 4 inches. So when the pump's going crazy behind, pumping the water in, it'll take all the sting out of it, and it won't just like bubble over. So that is officially part 2 over. There's probably going to be a lot of parts. So tomorrow I can put some chicken wire on top of that bits I just did, and then I'll have a piece of wood underneath, so I can put the cement right on top of it and then take the wood out once it's set, and that will be the start of the molding on top. And I'll put some more the rest of it, I'm not sure how that's going to look yet, but I'm going to keep going and then put some more rebar on the side, chicken wire, and then I can start covering it with cement on the outside, and then I can put the plumbing on the inside. It's not too hot actually, but the wind stopped, the breeze stopped. There was a real nice breeze up until about 3 o'clock, and it just stopped. It's totally still now. So that's what's making it a little bit warm. But this morning it was beautiful to work here. Okay guys, good night. Buckets of blessings, rivers. See you later. Night.